All right, all right. So apparently there's already builds and stuff for March 7th for her new form. So I'm actually curious, not so much of like relics and light cones. So I'm just going to go ahead and skip those parts. So if you guys want to see that, just down in the description. But we're going to go ahead and go straight to the team build up because I am curious what teams I could possibly build. Of course, if I think it's wrong, I'm going to tell you. So let's go ahead and
I don't typically recommend putting anything into your body that you wouldn't find there naturally. Why? I don't know, that's just what my doctor told me. There are a few
Yeah.
exceptions when it comes to prescription medications and similar things, but I'll be the first to say, if it was possible to inject a character into my bloodstream, I would choose March 7th. I'd imagine that—
Why? Why March 7th? There's so much other characters too, like Acheron, Himiko, Welt, Bronya, Ciele. There's so many.
feels the same as chewing 5 gum. I was surprised to find out that a lot of people don't actually really like March 7th because she's the Paimon of Honkai Star Rail. But
I never thought of that, but now I can kind of see that.
that can't be right because March 7th is actually funny. And with her new form, not only is she funny, she's also playable. March 7th's new form change brings us another broken free-to-play addition to our roster. And cute poses. Since I wasn't invited to the Creator Experience server this time around, the footage I'm using is from some of my amazing friends' CE server videos. All of them will be linked in the description. My name is Braxophone, but you can call me Brax. And let's talk about March 7th's glow.
All right, let's see. Kit overview. We already know her kit. So I'm going to go ahead and skip past the kit, since though that was explained multiple times already. From here, we're trying to break build priority. No, we're going to skip past that too. Trying to get to, okay, light cones. Why is it Genshin Impact? Hold up, I kind of want to click it right here.
End up being very strong depending on what sort of DPS or supports you run, and they're all going to have different playstyles. This is one of my favorite things about March 8th, is that she can be played in break teams by partnering up with—
Wait. I'm so confused. Hold up, going back. Team section, full guide.
I didn't get invited to the Creator Experience server, and Star Rail's down for maintenance, so this is the best.
Oh, I get it now. Oh, that's good. That's good.
7th can be a part of, and a lot of them are going to end up being very strong depending on what sort of
March
DPS or
8th.
supports you run, and they're all going to have different playstyles. This is one of my favorite things about March 8th, is that she can be played in break teams by partnering up with supporting characters, or she can be played as a sub DPS.
Okay, so apparently break teams then? So, I don't know if that's her focus, but I'm pretty sure there's another side to her besides break, which is like debuff, right?
Now, this is a team that is sort of a meme, but also, like, unironically not that bad. I don't see everyone clearing—
Like, I'm pretty sure March 7th can switch between being the main DP or main person that helps break, or is like the support DPS that helps the person that's also doing debuffs. No, wait. How do I explain this? She's like the support for the main DPS, but she's also like doing the same thing as another support that's like also kind of either debuffing or giving advantage to the main DPS. It's so hard to explain. Oh my goodness. But I'm basically saying there's two of them, one healer and one DPS. Yes.
see with it, but it's also really fun because you get to take Gallagher, who's a character that is known to be very good in break teams, but also is an abundance character, and make him your DPS against
Which is funny. And I feel like March is kind of has similar tech, except she doesn't actually heal. Gallagher heals. Bronya does the turn thing. Ron May, I have no idea what Ron May does. I don't have her.
Enemies that are fire weak, you can actually partner with March and use Ron May, Harmony MC, or Bronya to just supercharge Gallagher's break. For this team, you can honestly just type match, but ideally you're not playing this Gallagher team without the enemies being weak to fire anyways, so you would probably just partner Gallagher. Now, typically I feel like Harmony MC is going to be quite a bit better, but it's just kind of funny that you can pull this off. Again, this isn't going to be the best team, but it's just kind of funny. If you guys want to see an insanely good team, then you want to use this team, which is this team featuring Yunli, Lynx.
Wait, who's Lynx? Why? I don't remember who Lynx is. Who's Lynx? And March's name just changed to March 9th. It's going up every time. Robin. I don't have Robin, but that's a support. Yunli would be the main DPS. Makes sense. I just realized. What if you partner her with both or one of the masters at all times? If you partner her with one of the masters that was training her through the lore, wouldn't that be the proper way to use her? Isn't that just a hint towards it too? Like, huh? It just, wow, I got mind blasted.
March 7th, and Robin. Now, Yunli is a character that doesn't necessarily need to just be going fast as hell because a lot of her damage output is actually from her counters. But with that said, March 7th is actually a perfect pairing for Yunli because all those follow-up attacks are going to help stack up March's value a lot. And Robin's also going to increase follow-up damage.
Okay, that is what I thought. Yeah, so parry characters would do very well with March 7th. The more times that someone can hit the enemy before March 7th, or like in a turn, I should say, would make it much better for her. So yeah, would Clara be good too then, in that case?
And attack the entire team and stuff, so that's gonna be really nice. And then Lynx, of course, is really great with Yunli because she can draw more aggro towards Yunli, which helps sustain your team a little bit better, especially because Yunli can heal herself. And the Yunli team, you mostly just want to partner Yunli, since that's gonna allow you to dish out a lot more damage when she's getting stacks from her follow-up attacks. Another team that you can run that's actually very effective is using
Aventurine. Yeah. March 10th. Of course, it's just gonna get higher and higher. Topaz and Aventurine together, how fitting. Robin just singing a song, totally ignoring the battle, and then March is just doing all the work.
As Aventurine, March, and Robin, so just using March instead of your secondary follow-up character. The reason this is so good is because Topaz actually has some of the most follow-up attacks in the game, and with Aventurine as well, he also helps proc some more of those. Now, unfortunately, you're only going to be able to designate one of these two as Shifu, but that's actually okay just because it's pretty clear which one you want it to be. You're going to want to partner with Topaz so that way you can get the extra attacks off.
Yeah, well, hopefully that March on auto combat will continuously give it to Topaz then, which probably will, just from the standpoint of like their roles in the game
more frequently, but also because you're not really playing this for a break team usually. And on top of that, Robin is going to help you with your crit buffs and your overall damage, which is going to impact this entire team, seeing as
I personally think I'm hoping he puts it, but I'm hoping for a team that has Sushang in it.
Is also a character that just does some damage on his own. This team is not break focused, so you're gonna want to partner Topaz. Dr. Ratio is another character that can fit in this team instead of Topaz, and that's fine as well. The only downside is that you're gonna want someone to debuff, so instead of Robin, you may end up using someone like Pela to try to help and stack up those follow-up attacks with Dr. Ratio. Gallagher also fits here instead of Aventurine if you just need another debuff. Now, typically in a boot hill team, you would actually run
No, I would not like this.
alongside a Harmony MC or Bronya, depending on your boot hill's build and your team speeds and all that. But in this case, you can actually replace
But
Romaine with...
I do find that interesting. I mentioned this, but like apparently it might be a thing. Like I thought it would be a bad idea to have something like that where like Bronya would be on the team, but a lot of these combinations has Bronya in it. I mean, I have Bronya leveled up myself, so I could try it. But I still feel like there's a better person to have in the party as a Harmony than Bronya.
With March 7th, and use
if you are going to use a Harmony
dot team or something. This allows Boot Hill and March to both get synergy from each other because March will up your crit damage and your break effect on Boot Hill, and March will also help you break those enemy toughness, which Boot Hill can apply a physical weakness to. Boot Hill doesn't usually have trouble breaking enemies, but if there ever is trouble, March can basically cover that. And March,
I feel like that's overdoing it, so I don't know. I think something could be swapped out here.
Is a really solid free-to-play alternative for Boot Hill when it comes to trying to break enemies fast and dish out a ton of damage. Lastly, I want to talk about one character that gets buffed seemingly every single patch. Okay, so I couldn't find a good character to represent Shrey, so I just chose her sister. Basically, Shrey was...
Shrey is the doll, right? Right?
Already decent as a hypercarry for a 4-star character, and she was one of the first characters that had dual scaling with break effect and still wanting to build her crit, which is super nice. Now March actually increases break effect and crit, and Harmony MC allows you to super break, and Bronya allows you to run her like a hypercarry. Now honestly, this is just a cracked out team for zero cycle.
I'm basically seeing is Harmony, someone that can give you an extra turn. And it kind of looks like just continuously break characters. But what if, like, you can't do break if it's not the right element, right? So what if I were to use Silver Wolf instead? Where would I put Silver Wolf? Would I take out Harmony MC? Or would I take out Bronya? Because I feel like you'd still need the 2 different DPS on the team to do the break itself.
Shrey players. Realistically, you're going to want a sustainer, and that's going to come at the cost of Harmony MC or Bronya. Or I guess March 12th over here. That's also fine too. One of these characters you're probably going to want to replace as a sustain, but I wanted to showcase that all 3 of these characters are very, very good for Shrey, and March just gets so much value with her because of all of the stat bonuses that she can give, while also helping Shrey get enemies broken. Now, the first character to go, in my opinion, would be Bronya here, and I would replace her with a sustainer, but technically HMC can also go if you want to go for more of a crit focused build. The best thing about Hunt March 7th is that she's basically just a giga SP positive character that you can play her in so many teams, and all these teams were just examples, and they weren't even in the game Honkai Star Rail. But I hope you guys can understand what I'm saying nonetheless. March 7th is an extremely SP positive Ruan May.
I don't see a lot of people. I assume that's like the end now. Yeah, that's basically the end of it. But yeah, what was I saying? I'm surprised I don't see a lot of people talk about builds with Silver Wolf. Like, isn't Silver Wolf a very good character to use in these parties too? I feel like it'd be best, really. Especially if you can run multiples of the same element too. Because Harmony, and then Harmony MC. That's already 2 of the imaginary damage types, right? And Silver Wolf Bronya is the one that can just swap the type and debuff them. And you need to have the element in order to break it. So I'm just like, wouldn't that one be like a priority to have in the party? So would my party be something along the lines of, let's say the new character, Yunlin, I think that was her name, plus March 7th, the sword version of her, Hunt. Then we would need Bronya, the Silver Wolf Bronya, not the turn one. And then we would still need like a healer. So then we would just like put in a healer from there. Personally, either a physical, which matches Yunlin, or Yunli. Is that her name? Gosh, I can't recall for some reason. My brain is foggy. Either that or the imaginary because of the her element. Like, you try not to like put too many elements out there if you're gonna have Silver Wolf. Otherwise, you would try to like cover every single one. But if I took out Silver Wolf to just cover multiple elements, then I would have another spot open. And I don't know who to put there. I already know I for sure need to have March 7th, another DPS that might break, a healer. So there's really only one spot open that I can put something in. That spot's open. This video kind of helped, but not really. There was so many of like similar characters, so it was kind of hard to figure out builds, to be honest. And that's my thoughts on it. So yeah, if you guys have any suggestions as well or anything, let me know. What do you guys think about his builds? Like, how good do you think those would be? also let me know that. And let me know if mine perhaps will possibly work. Because, yeah, I want to have fun, but it's also like kind of autoplay. I just want to be able to hit autoplay sometimes. I want one of those parties. All right. I'll see you guys later with more Honkai Star Rail. Bye.